green. I think it's almost like a Shaarey moment. It's my first sermon as a rabbi. It's a very special moment. And I'm about to ruin it telling you a joke. So this is about this very eccentric millionaire guy who throws a party for all his friends, and lots of people come to his house. And he was famous because he has this huge swimming pool filled with sharks and alligators. And this guy picks up the microphone, and he announces to all his friends, whoever jumps to the pool with the sharks and alligators and made it to the other side, I will give that person whatever he asks me. As soon as he finished saying that, splash! You can see a guy swimming there, under a shark, over an alligator, around another shark, and he made it to the other side. The millionaire came to him and said, I can't believe it, you're the bravest person I've ever met. So I'm a man of my word, ask me whatever you want, I'm going to give it to you. And the guy said, thank you very much. The thing that I want more than anything else in my life is the name of the person who pushed me into the pool. So, I wanted to talk to you about don't go through it, grow through it. And as I was making a review of last year, 5777, I just realized that maybe not just me, maybe some of you have to go through some challenges, some difficult times. And sometimes we feel that we are swimming through a pool full of sharks and alligators. And you see, what happened is it's not easy to avoid depression. It's not easy to feel that we don't want to swim anymore. But the thing is, God never promised us a life that it will be a smooth ride. God never promised us a smooth ride. Maybe God promised us a safe landing. But life by nature is rocky. Life by nature is challenging. And we have to know how to keep moving forward, growing through the difficulties and not just going through them. But this is the thing. Many times we have our own goals, aspirations. Sometimes we wish things would go our way. So maybe you're going through an illness and you hope that the treatment you received the last year would work, and it didn't work. And you tried something different, it didn't work. Maybe you have to take a test at university. You took it once, you failed. You took it again, you failed. And sometimes happen with relationships. When we hope that, last year will be the year that the relationship will be repaired and everything is going to be whole again, and it doesn't happen. So we feel like we are going through a pool full of sharks and alligators. But let me encourage you, what we have to do is to keep moving forward, because eventually we're going to make it to the other side. Listen, there's something that I learned in life. Sometimes to get your yes, you have to go through a series of no's. That's something that happened to me. I'm pretty sure many of you don't know that even though I came here to Shaarey Zedek about 15 years ago, 17 years ago I came for my audition. And I failed. You know that? They hired the other guy. And I was so discouraged. I felt like such a failure. But I realized that I couldn't get stuck after that no. So what I decided to do is not just go through the no, but grow through it. So I realized, I made a self-assessment, things that I could improve for the next time. So I decided to take some English lessons. I decided to take some more music lessons. And then guess what happened? A few months later, they decided to call me back, and here I am. And at the end of the day, it was all better for me, because they have to offer me a sweeter deal. So you see, but sometimes you have to be strong enough to go through your no until you get your yes. Same happened to the prophet Samuel. In the second book of Samuel in the Bible, you can read about God choosing Samuel to go and anoint the next king of Israel. God was fed up with King Saul. He was such a disappointment that God decided to pick a different one. And God said to Samuel, go to the house of Jesse, who was a guy who lived around there. He said, one of his sons is going to be the next king of Israel. So Samuel goes to the house of Jesse, and he said, Jesse, can I meet your sons? Of course. So Jesse calls the oldest one. And Samuel looks at the oldest one, tall, strong, handsome, and said, has to be the one. And he's about to anoint the guy, and God says, it's not him. I said, okay, so maybe it's the next one. I said, you are not. Okay, God said, it's not him. I said, the next one. No, it's not him. 7 times God said no, 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 until there were no more kids, no more sons. Samuel was so disappointed. He was about to quit because that's it. There was no way to find another one to anoint the king of Israel. And as he was about to leave, I don't know if you've ever seen Lieutenant Columbo. Here we have one more question. He was leaving. I said, okay, one more question. Do you happen to have any other sons? I said, and Jesse said, well, actually, yes, but he's too little. He's outside taking care of the sheep and the goats. I said, okay, call him. Who was that? It was David. And God said, that's it. That's the yes you were waiting for. So sometimes, you see, we have to endure a series of no's until we get our yes. And same thing happened to me and Ashira, my wife. When we got married, we knew we wanted to start a family. We wanted to have kids. So you can imagine the joy and the happiness when we got the good news that she was pregnant. But that good news was very short-lived. After a few weeks, she went through a miscarriage. So we tried again. We got a first no. We tried again. She got pregnant. After a few weeks, she got a miscarriage. She has to go through 9 miscarriages until we were blessed with our son Ronen. So at the time, we thought we were swimming through a pool full of sharks and alligators. No after no after no after no. But I believe because we kept moving forward, finally, we got our yes. And this is what happened. If you keep moving forward, eventually, you're going to get your yes. But this is the thing. What attitude are you going to have after you get your yes? Are you going to start playing blaming games? Are you going to ask God, tell me the name of the guy who pushed me into the pool? Or you're going to enjoy the moment, claim your reward, and keep moving forward? You see, if you don't just go through the problems, you grow with them, you may have the attitude that I believe it was amazing what my wife did, what Sarah did. Instead of playing blaming games, instead of wasting emotional energy, she decided to become a source of inspiration to other couples who had some kind of infertility problems. So on top of her full-time job, on top of her full-time job as a mom, she spends time with people that they are going through the same thing she went, speaking faith into them, helping them to keep moving forward, and accompany them through every no until they get their yes. So, I don't know your reality. I don't know what your individual no's are. But what I do know is that, first, the best thing you can do is to use those no to grow. And eventually, when you get to your yes, don't play blaming games. Use that experience to be a source of inspiration for others. Because sometimes the no's simply mean that you are not ready. For one reason or another, you are not ready yet. Every time I go to pick up my son to the daycare, he wants to drive my car. Guess what? I have to tell him no. And he doesn't like it a bit. But then hopefully one day he will understand that I have to tell him no because he's not ready yet. eventually, when he's ready to drive a car, if he gets good marks, I will pass him the key, and he's going to do it. So, as we enter the new year, 5778, you may have to endure a few more notes. In that case, I want to encourage you to keep moving forward. You may get your yes. In that case, don't play blaming games. Don't waste emotional energy. Just enjoy your new stage and be a source of blessing for others. Shana Tova u'Metzka. Have a happy and sweet year. Thank you.
Shkoch, shkoch.